Hello all of you, welcome to the first class for accounts crash course. Okay, so the way we are going to do this is every chapter we will take up the concept, the gist revision with the help of the booster notes which we have written like regular cash flow statement classes, 7 to 8 classes. And in that what booster notes we have written, that gist we will discuss. I will pay attention to specific adjustments. Like if I say in cash flow statement, provision for taxation account, accumulated depreciation. So I will make sure I have taken many crash courses at the Hyderabad chapter also ICI, and I know how to do it. I will give you the whole gist of the past exam papers and our material problems. Okay. After this, I will solve one or two important questions with you. Let one question take 20 minutes. Together we will solve it. Material is all there with all of you. Keep it open. Okay, those who have already attended the regular class, they have the booster notes written. Keep that open. When I solve the question, I am giving you the mindset, how to read the cash flow statement, how to solve it, how your pen should flow so that you can speed up. Okay, and then already question papers are uploaded, so evenings you can, morning you're doing this with me, evenings you can spare for your other studies, afternoon you're doing costing, evening you're doing taxation, early morning law, whatever, 2 subjects or 4 subjects, that's your wish. And this will be over in 15 classes, the crash course. And then tomorrow morning, or I prefer late night, whatever is suitable to you, do write 30 or 35 marks question paper. Each and every booster test series or question paper is made of professional level exam with choice. In accounts, I have not given MCQs, but in income tax, I have given MCQs also. I have given internal choices also, like 30 marks paper. So 3 questions are there, profit prior incorporation. I have given 4 questions. That choice also you should know, no? In 3 hours, you have to write 100 marks paper and you have to decide for yourself and make the choice also, right? And I'm very sure the way you all have taken regular coaching, this is not a BCom style teaching where you do more number of the problems with repeated pattern. Every problem you are going to learn something new. So even if I'm not able to take all the problems in the class in writing, 1 or 2 important ones I'll take once we complete the discussion. And then we will be taking up the gist of all the problems which are there in my regular class, so that, okay, please take care of this adjustment and all I'll give. Any doubt you have, you can unmute and speak up in the class. Don't wait till the end of the class.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Okay, it's not coming clear. I'm sitting right in front of the Wi-Fi, but some AC and all is on. Is the background voice coming?
The video is stucking, ma'am. Your voice.
No, from here to it is stable. Till once I'll check the internet, because if it's not stable, no, I'll come to know. Are you watching in the laptop or mobile phone?
No, ma'am. Mobile Wi-Fi. I will connect once, ma'am. I will reconnect once.
Disconnect and connect. Till then, I'll say talk about the paper pattern also, dear students. See, in accounts, very important is, because this is a crash course, we should know how should be the approach for our 3 hours exam. So open your notebooks and write down the paper pattern also. Paper pattern, I'm giving paper pattern, weightages, whatever you say. This is your first class. So you all should know, and all of you are already knowing, that question number 1 is compulsory to attempt. Compulsory to attempt, 5 marks, 4 questions, 20 marks. No internal choice. Generally, most of the questions are from accounting standards. Common are AS10, AS2, valuation of inventories. And like this exam, for 5 marks, they have asked cash flow statement only, AS3. So these are some, government grant they are asking many times in question number 1. These are the AS related practical problems they are asking you in question number 1 only. Sometimes a small 5 marks question is asked for hire purchase and all also. Okay. Now next is, yeah. Okay. Please message me if there's any disturbance. This is the first class, so I want you all to note down the paper pattern, the weightage also. Question number 1 is 5 marks, 4 questions. For those who have joined now, I am explaining. 1 second. Yeah. 5 marks, 4 questions, 20 marks compulsory, no internal choice. And generally, they are from accounting standards. Sometimes they give higher purchase, small question. Like work out reverse, if cash price down payment is given, can you work out the interest and all that? Okay. Now, question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of the 5 questions, any 4 you need to attempt. Any 4 questions out of 5 questions. So 4 questions of 20 marks, that makes it 80 marks, and this completes your 100 marks. Now in 20 marks, question number 2, 3, 4 and 5, question number 2, 3, 4 and 5, generally the combination is 10 plus 10. For example, the best of the combination they give is investment 10 marks पूछते हैं, profit prior incorporation 10 marks पूछते हैं, branch accounting they ask for 10 marks, yeah, independent, dependent and all that, and then they ask for 10 marks your departmental account, है ना? तो ब्रांच अकाउंट पूछ रहे हैं, डिपार्टमेंटल अकाउंट, इन्वेस्टमेंट, प्रॉफिट प्रायर इनकॉर्पोरेशन, like this 10 marks combination. Sometimes they are asking you company final accounts along with the redemption of debentures. Now when you redeem debentures or you redeem preference shares, and after that also they are asking you to make balance sheet. So this put together 20 marks single question. Are you all able to write also with me? This will give you a mindset. Generally, we don't do this in the first class in a regular batch, but this is a crash course. So, ये must take करना. Company final accounts, redemption of debentures, redemption of preference shares. Yeah. So, like this. Next now, question number 6 is again 5 marks. 4 questions are there for 20 marks. Very scoring. 5 marks question. And we will do one thing after completing the crash course individually for chapter. One day we will spare to solve mock test paper. Recently 2 sets have been uploaded for the upcoming exam. And some past exams papers I'll actually show and discuss. So that you will have a grip on. Like question number 6, 5 into 4 marks. Again 1 or 2 questions of AS. Or small question of profit prior or company final accounts, how to work out managerial remuneration or effective capital for payment of the managerial remuneration, or in hire purchase calculate that cash. So like this various questions are asked. In foreign branches, just prepare the trial balance, taking the correct conversion rate. That is also asked for 5 marks. And sometimes theory question also. Write a short note on rules applicable for foreign branches, which conversion rate you should take for monetary, non-monetary items, and so on. Okay? And please don't say, ma'am, can we leave this chapter? Absolutely no. The most smallest of syllabus out of all your 8 subjects is accounts. And the most vast is income tax and GST. Costing, it is average. But in costing, the problem with the costing is C for costing, C for creativity. In one labor chapter, they have woven, halse, reverse, ye, wo. So there are many varieties of problems. Standard costing, you have material, labor, you have fixed overhead, and sometimes variance is given and they ask you. So what is happening? Variety is there. But accounts, so it's like straightforward, beautiful subject. इससे तो more technical is your foundation partnership. अब इंटर ग्रुप 1 तो यू डोंट हैव पार्टनरशिप आल्सो. अमलगमेशन इंटरनल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन भी ग्रुप 2 में चला गया. कंसोलिडेशन इज आल्सो देयर. So actually the portion is very easy, and with the help of this crash course, you can complete and keep it to revise just 2 days before exam. Trust me. I don't say this for income tax. You have to revise. आज कुछ नहीं पढ़े तो भी just open all the formats of GAV, NAV and municipal tax on actual basis, interest on. You have to say hi hello to income tax. Law भी थोड़ा थोड़ा तो read करना ही पड़ता है every day. Accounts, I am giving you that assurance. If you learn every day one chapter thoroughly with me and you finish off your material and all now, so you will do it very easily before the exam. See, I'm saying I'm going to do cash flow statement, but if you have already done regular class, you can do. Cash flow statement 8 marks के लिए पूछते हैं, 5 marks के लिए अभी पूछा question number 1 में, so no escape. Insurance claims, compulsory question is there. I've written here, no? Investment, profit prior incorporation, branch, departmental, even insurance claims. Either stock policy or profit policy, surely they are asking one question and dekha question aayega. Ma'am, the way we have done in the class, or we have done a practice manuals question, past exam, exactly same. Chalo. So with this, is this all clear to all of you, the paper pattern? Anyone is having any doubt? 2, 3, 4 and 5 and even 6. 6 also, some of them leave in choice, but I would not suggest. And then kahan se shuru karna hai? Yeah, a very important question, dear students. Ma'am, where should I start? Then my suggestion is whatever you know best, do it. First impression is the best impression. Last thing, last ka bhi final ke 8 subjects mein likhna hai. First impression is the best, whatever you know. If you know question number 5, be perfectly well. Profit prior incorporation, start that. But bits wahi pe solve karna. Question number 5 may internally you can do B first and then A, but solve the bits together. If you're starting with last question number 6, 5 into 4, small questions, you can do D, then A, then B, then C. But the part of the question you have to solve there itself. Is this clear to all of you? Any doubts are there? You can just scroll earlier papers and ask me the doubt tomorrow. Chalo, let us begin with cash flow statement. So it's not just cash flow statement. It is a name of the chapter also, cash flow statement, and also one of the accounting standard also. Yeah, which is the accounting standard? Can you use the chat box if it is suitable for you? काफी लोग फोन से करते हैं, तो मुझके लिए जो लोग कर सकते हैं, cash flow statement I am teaching right now. And along with that, we are completing which accounting standard? AS3. Very good. Cash flow statement is a part of your financial statement. Okay. Now, how do you say this? What do you mean by financial statements? Say, for example, you are preparing final accounts of the company. You will prepare the vertical P&L account. You will prepare the balance sheet supported with notes on accounts. That is having all the schedules, share capital, reserves and all. But in the financial statement, you will also calculate some of the important ratios, and you will also affix this statement called as cash flow statement. Whenever we use the word statement, the mindset is particulars, amount and amount. In foundation, you all have done bank reconciliation statement. Now, what is the purpose of preparing cash flow statement? Ma'am, cash flow statement, now I'll take a printout of cash account. Ye lo. Opening cash in hand and bank is this. These are all the receipts. These are all the payments, closing. And most of you know it. We have done cash and bank account in single entry. We have done it in non-trading. So we know how to prepare this. Clear or not? So, cash flow statement, the reason we are preparing is, so many times in the exam, the cash flow statement of preparing the cash flow statement is, so many times in the business, if you just say, look at the financial statement, kaisa lag raha hai? Opening cash is 10,000, closing cash is 10,000. During the year, Crores of rupees have come and gone. So cash flow statement will give you a picture where from the money is coming and where it is going. Clear to all of you? Now, cash is coming from various sources, from your business, from sale of asset, from issue of shares. So, to make it look neat and nice, do you dump all your clothes in your wardrobe like this? Huh? No. What do? You have a shelf of daily wearing, of your stoles, of your kurtas, of your party wear. Yes or no? So, like that, cash flow statement, what we do is, whatever money is coming in and going out, we divide it into two categories. And you know, cash flow statement, these and like ratios and all, these are analytical tools. Once you prepare the cash flow statement, you can analyze. So, cash flow statement says where from the money is coming and where the money is going from, first of all, operating activities. So, from my business, what am I collecting from the data? What am I paying to creditors? What am I paying salary and so on? That is cash from operating activities. Next is cash from investing activities. Whatever money I take from people, I invest it either in plant and machinery or I invest it in shares and all. So investing activity, say what is return and all. That's the second name. Third name is cash flow from financing activity. Financing activity is how much money I am getting from the shareholders, how much dividend I am paying, how much debenture interest I am paying, and so on. Is this clear? Now, whenever in exam, dear students, if they say you prepare the cash flow statement as per AS3, means you have to prepare it by indirect method. When they say prepare the cash flow statement with direct method specifically, then go for that method. Okay? So we are revising the format, we are revising the booster notes. We will do one problem and I'll discuss as much as I can, I want to give. Now let us see how much time permits. So quickly let us begin with this cash flow statement. Yeah, you all are having this material with you. See, these are the questions solved in the first lockdown when we were not having touch screen tabs and laptop. तो टेबल बना के बैच खत्म किया था और फिर तो एग्जाम भी नहीं हुआ मई 20 में. First, we will revise indirect method. Yeah, one thing more I want to say. I hope you all are having running notebook with you right now and you are writing in that. Then please write down if they give you cash flow statement के लिए 2 balance sheets and some transaction. So you have to interpret the transactions and do know. If share capital was 50 lakhs and now it is 60 lakhs, means 10 lakh more shares have been issued. So all that is clear, fine. But very important is in cash flow statement, if the figures are given in thousands, solve the whole problem in thousands. Answer. Cash flow statement is your main answer, supported by working notes with some T format accounts you prepare. But don't keep on adding 3 zeros. Is that clear to all of you? If they give in lakhs, in crores, do it as they say. Chalo. Cash flow statement. Now, when we say cash, cash comprises of cash in hand, demand deposit, cash equivalent. Some short-term investments are there. If you make FD for 14 days and all, that's a part of cash and cash equivalent. One of the final exam, they have asked you define these terms also. Cash flow is inflow and outflow of the cash from operating activities, the core activities of the business, investing activities, and financing activities. Direct method, I don't want to talk anything. Look, this is the format of your indirect method. Cash flow statement starts with operating activity. Then you have investing activity, and then you have the financing activity. Are you all seeing? So in exam also, one full page you take particulars, amount, and do it. Now cash from operating activities will always start with net profit and add less like you do it in your business head. आप लोग business head में करते हैं ना? हाँ? कैसे करते हैं आप लोग business head में? वैसे ही यहाँ पे करेंगे हम. Okay? Right? So what we will do is net profit you start with. Now net profit will have certain adjustments that I want to explain in the notebook. हम लोग सब साथ साथ में कर रहे हैं, तो keep your notebooks also open. I am into teaching you some concept. So here I am for the cash flow statement. Now when you start with net profit as per P&L account, you can say, I hope every student sitting in the class right now knows that net profit and cash profit is not same. But in cash flow statement, we are recording only all financial transactions. We are not recording non-financial transactions. So start with net profit. We have to do some add and some less. Write down. I'm giving you some booster notes. Rest booster notes are printed. आपको दे देंगे, but ये तो आपको लिखना है. चलो. Now look at this P&L account. There is gross profit 50 rupees, some expense 40, and net profit 10. Are you all with me? Now, if net profit is 10. Now, if I say in expense, depreciation is there 4 rupees. Is any money going out? No. Then we want to take up only cash expense. So make this as 36. If you reduce the expense from 40 to 36, non-cash expense to lena nahi hai. So what will be the impact on your profit? Profit pe kya hoga aapka? Impact. The profit will increase. So if net profit is 10, after charging depreciation 4, can I say cash profit is 10 plus 4, 40? आपके हाथ में तो 14 rupees है ना? 4 rupees is depreciation and say 1 rupees goodwill written off preliminary expense. So can I say add back non-cash expense? Yeah, add back non-cash expense. Thank you for the response that you all are following. Non-cash expense. You can write example, but if you write this now with me, those who have attended regular class also, फिर भी लिखो. लिखने से वापस याद हो जाएगा. I'm not going to make you write much. Non-cash expense में add back depreciation, goodwill, preliminary expense written off, etc. Imagine what is the impact on profit. If net profit is 10 after depreciation 4, the cash profit is 14. So add back the non-cash expense. Okay, right. Now, one more thing is like loss on sale of machinery 1 rupee. You have debited. Now, loss on sale of machinery and profit on sale of furniture, all these, see, when I sell furniture of rupees 10 in 12, how much cash I am getting? 12 rupees. This 12 rupees is inflow in investing activity. Furniture is an asset. So if you sell the asset with 10 rupees cost, 2 rupees profit you receive. And 12 rupees you are taking as inflow. Correct, Yanni? Right? Then furniture rupees 10 plus 2. So 2 rupees profit which you have got on selling the furniture, and sales value 12 rupees you have already taken as inflow in investing activities. So 2 rupees profit will you again debit in P&L account credit side. Profit on sale of furniture, and 2 rupees is a part of 10. तो आप क्या करें? निकाल दो. Items related to other activities. Items related to other activities, nikal do. This is the same concept in business head. In P&L account, if they have credited dividend receipt, it's taxable in other source. Rent receipt, it is rent received is taxable in house property. So आप business head में से तो निकाल देते हो ना. So items which are related to other head, just minus it. 2 rupees is a part of 10 rupee, but 2 rupee inflow is already taken in the investing activity. So remove it. नॉन कैश एक्सपेंस भी निकाल दो. एक और बहुत पॉपुलर एग्जांपल है बेड डेट और प्रोविजन. You all know provision for taxation, provision for depreciation, provision for repairs. It's a fictitious expense. Estimated expense, P&L account debit to provision. No money is going out. So add back. Yeah, one more you can write the example is transfer to reserve. Is transfer to reserve expense? Is money going out and is your profit reducing? No. If this net profit is 10 rupees after transfer to reserve 3, then actually the profit is 13. Don't merge all the example, but the way I am teaching is clear. So add back all the non-cash expense. Okay? Items related to other activities nikal do and remove all non-cash income. What is the example of non-cash income? Like we can say government grant amortized. ये पूछते हैं काफी एग्जाम. You received government grant, huh? So government grant, cash account debit to government grant. 10 rupees, 10 rupees. Now out of 10 rupee, every year you are putting 1 rupee in the P&L account. What is this now? 1 rupee you are putting in the P&L account. So every year you are putting in P&L credit. Is any money coming in? Answer is no. So non-cash income, remove it. Non-cash expense, add back. Items related to other activities, remove. And add items related to business not considered. Items related to business not considered. Example is discount receipt. I have purchased from you 50 rupees. Okay. Say Shafi debit to purchases debit. Okay. So this side it will come. Buy purchases 50 rupees. And I make you payment 45 rupees in full and final settlement. Am I going to pay you 5 rupees? Answer is no. But is this your business income? Yes. Why didn't you take it here? You missed taking, so now add it. Followed or not? So non-cash expense, add back. Items related to the business, add back. Non-cash income, nikal do. And items which are not related to business, though they may be in cash. Like profit on sale of machinery you have received in cash, but you are already taking it in the other activity. Same way in P&L account debit side, you have written debenture interest, 50 paisa. But already debenture interest is an outflow in financing activity. And if you debit it here also it becomes outflow. So add back. Any expense you have to show once, no? Dividend paid, debenture interest paid. If they are outflowing financing activity, add it here. So now, clear? Good response that all is clear. So now what I am saying is, let us take up this format, okay, of the cash flow statement. Whenever I am saying something, you analyze why we are doing add and why we are doing the less. देख लो आप क्यों कर रहे हैं add less. Like we have net profit, add depreciation, adjust profit and loss. अगर loss है तो add back करो, profit है तो निकाल दो. Because in sale consideration already that is taken. Add back amortization of goodwill, it's a fictitious expense. Provision for tax, transfer, interest income, remove. Where will you take interest income? In investing activity. If I invest in debentures, I will get income. So here I will not take. Interest and dividend paid is a cash expense but in financing activity, so add back. You are getting the operating profit before working capital changes. How is the flow of revision class? Is the speed fine? समझ में आ रहा है? Regular class only this much? चलो अब इसके प्रॉब्लम करते हैं, फिर आप खुद से करो. So we get some resting time. Crash courses take a lot of energy from a teacher because continuously we need to speak. But I hope this is clear. Now you are getting operating profit before working capital changes. Now for working capital changes in our material on page number 89, see I have given this table already. Now why do you do working capital changes? Again a concept. So we will go to the notebook. Look at this now. An example I am giving. Essay. This is my data's account. Opening balance of data's is 10 rupees. I mean some concepts of figures will be 10 rupees, 2 rupees. Closing balance of data's 8. During the year I have sold 25. 10 rupees I had to receive from my data, so I sell the goods on credit. 25 I have already sold, so total it is 35. Out of 35, 8 rupees are pending. So that means 27 I have already received by bank, or I may have received 25 and 2 rupees is bad debt, whatever it may be. So this is just a format of data's account which we use in single entry, in insurance claims, in this cash flow statement and many other chapters. Now, for cash flow statement, I want this figure. Yes or no? What is the collection from data? 27. So if this is a direct method, we take this. But here, it is an indirect method. And I started with what? Net profit. When I started with net profit, it is like a sale. Sale से शुरू किया ना आपने, 25 से शुरू किया ना. Net profit when I'm starting, it is like sale and GP and expenses and NP and all. So I've already started with sales. Now look at this. Your datas were 10 opening datas and your closing datas are 8. Have the datas decreased? Yes. Is money coming in? Datas 10 रुपए से 8 रुपए हो गए तो 2 रुपए आ गए. If money is coming in, what we will do? Add. Decrease in datas is increase in cash. So add. So indirect method में, see, I want the figure collection from data. Ma'am, you can pick up directly, but we don't have all these details. In exam, they will give you 2 balance sheets and some transaction and make the cash flow statement. 10 marks question. And the pen should flow. So if you have started with net profit means you have already taken the sales figure. So increase in datas. Datas have decreased. Datas come ho gaye to paise aa gaye, to add and automatically have got this figure. Same we can apply to all the working capital items. Working capital items means all the current assets and current liabilities. Clear or not? So now net profit as per P&L account, ये तो हमने लिखा है. तो working capital changes कैसे याद रखो? Nothing to buttify, dear students. If stock is decreasing, your closing stock was 10 and now it is 7. So if stock is decreasing means cash is increasing. पैसे आ गए. If stock is increasing, stock was 10, now it is 12. So means the cash is decreasing. Are you all getting or not? Stock is increasing, so cash is decreasing. And if the cash is decreasing, what you will do? Minus. Datas. Datas क्या हो रहे हैं? Decrease हो रहे हैं, कम हो रहे हैं. तो cash क्या हो जाएगा? Increase. Datas are increasing. Oh, my datas were 27, now they are 30. 3 rupees more is blocked in data, the cash will decrease. Confused or clear? कोई भी करो. And please, some students बट्टी मैम जब ये decrease होता है, inverse रहता है और liabilities है. No. Please don't do that. You understand? Creditors में आ जाओ. Creditors were 7 and now they are 2. So if creditors are decreasing by 5, cash is also decreasing now. If creditors are 7, are you 100% with me focused? Creditors are अगर 7 है, आप लोग एकदम ना नाश्ता वाश्ता थोड़ा अच्छा करके फ्रेश होके आना and keep water to drink and all. When you need a break, message me, because routine class, even if teacher is explaining and you take a break, we also wait कि लिख लो working note. यहाँ तो 5 मिनट इधर उधर हुए तो you'll miss your explanation. And tell all your family members and friends that you have a class where you cannot leave for 3 hours. अगर कोई distraction है तो मुझे बोलो. Most of the students, like, I don't know, sitting at home also, they attend the classes, they pick up the calls and all. Not important. I already have got 3 calls. अब अगर इतना अर्जेंट है कॉल की कट करने के बाद भी 4 बार कॉल कर रहे हैं तो होता है. देयर आर सीनियर्स, कुछ ना कुछ कहीं इमरजेंसी होगी तो देन आई विल पिक अप. हाँ, so I hope that discipline you all are also maintaining. If creditors are 7, now they have become 2. Creditors have decreased by 5, cash will also decrease by 5. पैसे चले गए. हाँ, और एक बताती हूँ आपको, liability. I had to pay salary to someone 10, outstanding salary. Now my outstanding salary is 8. So is outstanding expense reducing by 2? Outstanding salary was 10. Now it has become 8. Have you reduced the outstanding salary by 2? Then decrease your cash also by 2. Bills payable. Bills payable were 25. Now they have decreased to 21. So that means bills payable is your promise to others that you will pay. So 4 rupees if they have decreased, cash is also decreasing. Like this, you can do all the working capital changes here. Increase, decrease in stock. Datas कम हो रहे हैं, cash increase हो जाएगा आपका. Means you have realized the money and so on. Now what you get is cash from operating activities after working capital changes. Now whatever income tax you have paid, deduct. Dear students, in your book, if you have not done earlier, ऐसे arrow mark करो. Add back provision for taxation. It's a book entry. Deduct income tax paid, it's genuine outflow. And you're getting cash from extraordinary items. If there is extraordinary income and item कुछ भी है, so just for the presentation, we will write it separately. Otherwise, your cash from operating activities is here. Only cash from operating activities is also asked for 8 marks. And with the cash flow statement for support, you may be required to prepare P format. आपका वो accounts पूछते हैं. 1 second, I'll be back. Yeah, 45 minutes are over. After 1 hour, we will take a break. I hope that's okay for all of you. चलो, एक बार check करो. Mindset, cash from operating activities, indirect method will start from net profit, add all the expenses, non-cash and all, remove all incomes which are already a part of other heads and all, and then you get cash from working capital changes before working capital. Do all current assets, current liabilities, data, prepaid expense, outstanding bills, payable, receivable, goes up. You get cash from operating activities after working capital changes. Deduct from that income tax paid. Okay, and you get cash from operating activities. Now, let us take up cash from investing activities. I'll tell you, many students do mistakes allowed. Silly mistakes allowed. Blunders are not allowed. Sitting in the class, everyone should know direct method or indirect method. It is different only for cash from operating activities. Indirect method is you start with net profit. Direct method है तो you start with collection from data and all. But when it comes to investing and financing activities, direct method and indirect method, everything is same. Direct ही है. Look at this. अभी आप analyze करोगे. Cash from investing activities means whatever I have invested in fixed assets. Purchase of fixed asset, sale of fixed asset. Purchase is outflow, so write in bracket. Sale of fixed assets including profit. Profit के साथ. Purchase or sale of investment, shares, debentures and all. Interest and dividend received. Now here many students are confused. Man, these are the capital items, no? Capital receipts, capital expense. These are the revenue items. So then cash flow statement doesn't make a difference between capital and revenue. कोई difference नहीं है capital और revenue. आपको समझ में आ रहा है? If interest is received and you have taken it in the P&L account credit side, निकाल दो, remove. Ma'am, but interest is received in cash and P&L account in net profit, it's already taken, remove. Because interest received is income on investment of debentures. Same way dividend received and so on. Okay? Right. Now we have cash flow from financing activities. Investing is over. It's very small. I don't know how many of you अभी जो class में आप लोग सब routine class में भी है. So the first day it is I teach investing activity, 1 or 2 problem. Financing activity, 1 problem. Only for operating activity, and then the second day we do combined problem. हाँ, तो ये अलग अलग मालूम होना चाहिए आपको. Investing activity में क्या क्या आएगा सब clear है. And now financing activity, issue of shares or debentures including premium. 100 rupees share if I have issued at 20 rupees premium, let me take as inflow 120. Redemption of debentures, preference shares including premium. After 6 years, I have decided to redeem the debentures at 105. How much I have paid? 100 to debenture holders. 5 rupees I have promised debenture holders I'll pay you premium. So my outflow is 105. So inflow with premium, outflow with premium. ठीक है? Interest and dividend paid, outflow. Now listen, if interest is already debit in P&L account, there also debit, here also outflow, वो तो गलत है ना? So add back in the operating activities. Bank loan repaid and all. You get cash from financing activities. Now increase or decrease in the cash and cash equivalent. Add opening cash. Opening cash में जो भी change हो रहा है ना ये तीनों activities में से cash flow statement, operating activities, whatever change is happening, okay, in the opening you take it and then you get the closing. ठीक है? Interest and dividend received from investment should be classified as investing activities, except if it is a bank. For banks, interest and dividend is the major income. Cash flow arising from taxes on income should be separately disclosed, and वो तो I told you, income tax paid को अलग से आपको बताना है. Income tax refund is also an inflow, but separately. Operating activities after working capital के बाद income tax paid outflow, income tax refund inflow. Yeah, this is asked so many times, and I'll tell you secret. You all are having cash flow statement as a chapter now in accounts, but because it's a financial management tool, ratios and cash flows and all, जो old practice manual में FM के problem थे ना वही अभी accounts के exam में आ रहे. Since years I've been teaching this accounts FM, so I know I'll discuss this example with all of you. You know, in my opening cash and cash equivalent, can I have foreign currency also in my drawer? नहीं है, मेरे ड्रॉअर में कोई $1 भी नहीं है. डॉलर कैसा होता है आज तक देखा ही नहीं मैंने. Okay, now do I have $100 in my drawer opening and that time excuse me, Market value is 8,000. Now same closing, these $100 have become 7,500. Is there a loss due to this currency? 500. Show separately in cash and cash equivalent. Don't adjust in the opening और कहीं पे, ठीक है? अगर करेंसी के कारण लॉस आ रहा है, ओपनिंग करेंसी इज 8,000 फॉरेन करेंसी, क्लोजिंग इज 7,500, 500 loss you adjust separately here. Don't take this loss as a part of operating activity. Yeah, and this is important. Few non-cash items are not a part of the cash flow statement, but you have to write a note. For example, for paying back debentures, you issue them shares. Is any money coming in? No. Debentures are going out. Shares are coming in. It will not come in the cash flow statement. Purchase of asset against issue of shares. I have purchased 4 lakh machinery, but instead of paying them check, I have given them shares. So share capital has increased by 4 lakh and plant and machinery has increased by 4 lakh. Now tell me, dear students, is any money coming in or going out? For issue of shares, paise aa rahe hain? No. For purchase of investment, is money going out? No. Plant and machinery khareedne. So this will not come in the cash flow statement. You have to write a note for it. And this one is like a pitfall. बोलते हैं ना, वंडरला के स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना है. Bank overdraft is a part of cash and cash equivalent. Don't take it as current liability. So if my cash on the balance sheet is 50 and bank overdraft on the liability side is 10, what will I take my actual cash? 40. Ma'am, if overdraft is 100, let the opening cash be negative 50. Opening cash is 50, bank overdraft is negative 100, तो आपका कैश का बैलेंस कितना होगा? negative 50. Clear or not? So these are all the terms. I hope those who have done the regular classes are enjoying this and very quickly ये देखो ये सब problems हमने solve किए थे. So I think cash flow statement indirect method I have given you the gist. One more gist table is there that we will check and then we will solve one problem. This is the table we write after 7-8 classes again. ये सब तो routine problem हमने जो class में solve किए वो है. Of course we will also solve. I've written some booster notes. That's what I wish to share. Yeah. I didn't get to put it all in a different file, otherwise our work would have been easy. Yeah, here we go. This is the table. कुछ formats भी बताएं आपको. How will you make these accounts? Look at the screen. Is data's account clear to you? Why am I prepared doing add the increase in data as a point? Provision for taxation account. We should know the format. Opening balance of provision is on the credit side. Closing balance on the debit side. Okay. Now, whatever provision you have made in the P&L account, okay, say here 33,000. So the balancing figure will be either this or this. Sometimes they give opening provision in the opening balance sheet 30,000. Closing provision 35,000. And income tax paid is 28,000. Now, income tax paid 28,000 will be deducted in operating activities. Correct or not? And provision for taxation 33,000 debited in P&L, but no money going out. So add back. 33,000 add back the provision plus kar do or income tax paid deduct kar do. Ma'am, will we take this in the current assets or current liabilities? No. Don't take it. ठीक है? Last year's dividend, if it is paid now, it is outflow. Current year's, अब तो proposed dividend कोई करता नहीं है, but अगर करे तो it is provision. Same way. Last year's income tax is paid now, and current year's provision is added back in operating activity. Yeah. And plant and machinery and provision. Yeah, many times in the exam, plant and machinery के साथ provision for depreciation is also there. Then plant and machinery account and provision account you have to prepare separately. I'll show you with the working. Now, whenever asset is sold, you have to give 3 effects. Charge the depreciation till the date of sale. Yes or no? We are in accounts class. Income tax, ma'am. आप 10 बार बोले थे business head में in the year of sale there is no depreciation. But in accounts, if I've sold an asset on 31st July, April, May, June, July, I have to charge the depreciation for 4 months. Then write the sales value and then you get the profit loss. Why I am giving all these spoon feeding points is many times in the cash flow statement, they are asking you to prepare asset disposal account. So it's going to be very helpful for you. Okay? If the closing stock is undervalued and then increased, then with the same amount, the profit will also increase. True. If closing stock is valued at 7, whereas it should be 10. So if you do +3 in closing stock, higher the closing stock, higher the GP, higher the NP, so the profit will also increase. So you can increase. Be careful if the closing year is given first and opening year is. Yeah. In 2 balance sheets, so many times they give 21's balance sheet and 2020. Now, isko opening, isko closing le liye to gone. Be careful. Right. Now, they are giving you 2 balance sheets. You have to interpret that what is the effect on the change in the balance sheet. So that's what first effect and second effect. Many times it's only 1 effect. Many times it is 2 effect. That's what we are checking. Are you all having this table in your book? Chalo. Whenever share capital is increasing, I'm telling you, imagine what is happening with the transaction. If share capital was 5 lakh, now it is 8 lakh, means inflow in the financing activity. Issue of shares 3 lakh, पैसे आ रहे हैं. If increase of shares due to bonus issue, no entry. Write a note. In bonus issue, capital is increasing. Reserves are decreasing. No effect in monetary terms. Bonus shares are given free of cost. That's what we study in investment. That's what we study in capital gain chapter. Right? No. If debentures are increasing, means debentures are issued in financing activity. But if debentures are increasing against asset purchase, no effect. These are our own created example in the regular class. अच्छा है, clear है? अगर आप debentures increase हो रहे हैं, 5 lakh से 6 lakh हो गए, but 1 lakh debentures which have been issued, they have issued to purchase plant and machinery. No effect. Now, if debentures are decreasing, outflow in financing activities that you have redeemed the debentures. At premium, 100 rupees debentures, if you have paid 105, premium you are going to add back in the net profit. ध्यान से सुनो. My debentures were 100. Now they are nil. So I am saying in financing activities, debentures redeemed. But if you have redeemed at 5 rupees, 5 rupees premium you must have debited in your P&L account. But is it your operating expense? No. 5 rupees is outflow in financing activity. Minus. Yeah. Next is increase in preference share capital. Okay. If preference shares are increasing, inflow. If preference shares are decreasing with premium, outflow, and same premium. Is my speed fine? I am going down, and if you have any doubt up, message me या unmute करके बोल भी दो, no problem. ठीक है? Right. No. This table, this is my Word file 2 years back when I told you I was taking classes. Shailendra and all of you, this will not be there printed in the material. This is written, handwritten by all of you in the regular class. So अगर आपने regular class सुना है, 6th or 7th class, I have taken more than 1 hour, एक bit लिख के, फिर मैंने dictate किया, फिर आपने भी लिखा. Booster notes आप लोग लिखते हैं ना regular class में. So this is that table. Okay, yeah. So if you are having it in your booster notebook, that's fine enough. Chalo. Working capital changes are clear. If the current liabilities are increasing, outstanding salary was 5, now it is 8. Inflow, kaise bach gaye? If current CL means current liability, I've just written some short forms. ये mistake मेरे side से क्योंकि I'm more into explanation, तो मैं कभी CL लिखती हूँ, आपको अच्छे से लिखना. Current liability अगर decrease हो रही है, तो the cash is also decreasing, minus. This we have already discussed. Provision for taxation. Provision for taxation, add back in the operating activities and income tax paid deduct last in the operating activity. Proposed dividend last year, it's a book entry, so you pay it now, and current years, but proposed dividend अब तो आ नहीं रहा है, नहीं है आपके syllabus में. Unclaimed dividend. If unclaimed dividend is पुराना dividend कोई लेने नहीं है, so opening unclaimed dividend was 50 and closing 10,000. Oh, happy. 40,000 we could locate the shareholders and we have paid them unclaimed dividend outflow. Dividend paid is outflow. Yeah. CDT, DDT is not there, so we are not checking this. Now, are you observing one thing? I have taken everything from the liability side. Capital, reserves, debentures, preference shares, current liabilities, all. Now go to asset side. Increase in land. अगर land की value बढ़ रही है, outflow in financing activity. No, increase in the land is outflow in investing activity. You have purchased more of investment you have done in the land. If increase in land is due to revaluation, बहुत popular adjustment है cash flow statement के लिए. Land की value बढ़ रही है and revaluation reserve was 0, now it is 3 lakh and land value is increased by 3 lakh. Tell me, have you purchased the land? Answer is no. Land is increasing by 3 lakh because you have created a revaluation reserve. No effect in cash flow statement. Of course, land and building के ledger में तो you will have to give the effect. This is the land and building account. Opening, capital reserve जो increase हुआ है, फिर कुछ और purchase, sale. I hope all of you know how to make routine asset account. Plant and machinery, land is sold at profit. So sale value including the profit. 10 rupees land sold at 2 rupees profit. 12 rupees land value taken as inflow in investing activity. समझ में आ रहा है? Land is sold 10 rupees, 2 rupees profit. 12 rupees you have got inflow in investing activity. So 2 rupee profit also you have taken the inflow. Now if this 2 rupee profit, if you have credited in the P&L account, निकाल दो, वहां पे inflow नहीं आएगा. Profit में से minus कर दो 2 rupee operating activities. Exactly same we do in business head. Dividend received is income from other source. In P&L, if you have taken, remove. Rent received is income in second-hand house property. Nikal. Plant and machinery sold at loss. Whatever is inflow, take in investing activity, and loss is a book entry, add back in the cash from operating activities. Depreciation, add in the operating activities and credit in the working notes, जहां पे आपने plant and machinery का ledger बनाया है. ठीक है? Right. VRS paid, voluntary retirement paid. Kabhi you pay the VRS, no? So take it as extraordinary item in the operating activities. Preliminary expense, add back in operating activities. Yeah, this one is super important. Debenture interest paid is add back in operating activity. If you have debited in P&L account, add back debenture interest in operating activity. See, this table is not buttified and prepare की table रट लो तो काम होगा. No, purposely ऐसा hodgepodge ही बनाया है क्योंकि every batch I write this, I explain and students interpret with me and they write it. Then reading one day before the exam, when you have to just revise all the chapters, format and all, it becomes very easy. इंटरेस्ट पेड अगर आपने किया है, क्या किया है आपने ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी में, डेबिट किया है आपने P&L में, तो ऐड बैक कर दो बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट एन बिजनेस रिलेटेड एक्सपेंस. इंटरेस्ट पेड इज आउटफ्लो इन फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी. इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड ऑफ P&L अकाउंट में क्रेडिट किया है तो माइनस कर दो एंड टेक इट एज इनफ्लो इन इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटी. टेक योर टाइम. Interest paid is outflow in financing activity. Go. Finance kiya na, pay. Interest received you are receiving in investing activity. Second activity. Capital grant received. If you set up an industry in village or khadi industry and all, you get capital grant and it's like an income in financing activity. But that grant, if you defer every year in P&L account, nikalo. It's not your cash income. Same way, bank loans, when you take inflow in financing activity, when you repay the bank loans along with interest, it's outflow in financing activity. Net profit is given, then no need to add back and all. ठीक है, ये सब आपको बता दिया है. डायरेक्ट मेथड, इनडायरेक्ट मेथड. Only I didn't find that add and list जो आपको, हाँ ये रहा देखो. Net profit, add non-cash expense, add non-trading expense. Non-trading expense may be in cash, like dividend is paid in cash, debenture interest is paid in cash, but it's non-trading. It's not related to operating. तो यहाँ से निकाल दो and take it as outflow in financing activity. ठीक है? Less non-cash income, government grant and non-trading income, interest received and profit. If you remember this format, you will do it all correct. So we have completed the revision of the concept and the booster notes of indirect method. Now we will take a 5 minutes break. We will solve one problem of indirect method, full-fledged, पूरा problem करेंगे. Then I will explain direct method and I will share with you more formats also. मतलब कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट बनाने के लिए काफी सारे वर्किंग नोट बनाने पड़ते हैं, उनके फॉर्मेट आपको मालूम होना चाहिए, स्पेशली प्लांट एंड मशीनरी एंड अक्यूमुलेटेड डेप्रिसिएशन. ओके, राइट. सो टू टेक अ वॉच, देख लो आप लोग सब जल्दी से 5 मिनट कुछ खा के और फ्रेश होके आ जाओ, हवा खाओ, पानी पियो. So any doubt in the concept of the cash flow statement from indirect method? How should it flow? Acha, one more thing. In exam, ma'am, I will pick up the items and complete investing activity first, then financing, then operating. ऐसे नहीं करना है. You have to make full page format, and whatever item is coming, go on writing it either in your main cash flow statement and sometimes if required in your ledgers. Okay, generally the ledgers which are required to prepare is fixed asset, accumulated depreciation, provision for taxation. These are the ledgers required. Okay, chalo, let us do one problem of cash flow statement in class. Use the same calculator which you are going to use in final exam, and from our material we are doing right now 13th problem. 13th problem, I'm sharing the screen and I'm reading out also the problem for all of you. Chalo, this one. Balance sheet of JK Limited as on 31st March is given to you. It is in thousands. Year 1, year 2, all detail is given. Share capital. See, as I told you, pitfall is कभी-कभी क्या करते हैं 2021 and this is 2020. तो फिर वो change हो जाएगा, ठीक है? Share capital, reserves, general reserve, P&L, debentures, current liabilities, proposed dividend, provision for taxation. Proposed dividend is an old problem, so I'm taking. Now it is not there. Now whenever dividend is paid directly, it's an outflow in financing activity and add back in the operating activity. मतलब ठीक है, ये है, ले लेंगे. Now see pitfall. Fixed assets opening closing is given separately. So for the depreciation and net block. Now many students in the exam, they do blunder. They take opening fixed asset 2736, closing 3168, gone. Fixed asset is a separate account. Accumulated depreciation is a separate account. Just they have given, so we are making it right on the. यहाँ लिखने की जगह हम उसको वहाँ माइनस करके लिख रहे हैं. But you have to make two separate accounts. Investment was 480, now it is 384. Definitely some investments have been sold. Cash hai, other current assets. Now in current assets, they could have given data, stock and all separately, but they have not given for this problem. Preliminary expense for 96, now they are 48. Definitely you have written 48 rupees preliminary expense, but writing of preliminary expense. Okay. Okay, now we have started the reading problem. Some of you wanted to complete all the booster notes first, is it? कि indirect method भी पूरा समझा दो और फिर problem शुरू करें. Okay. Those who are not having this material, they can pause the video here, take a screenshot. This is a nice problem. It's there in the study material. ये तो जो old syllabus में fund flow पढ़ते थे और अभी नए में cash flow, हर जगह ये popular problem है बड़ा. Unclaimed dividend was not there. Now it is 18. मतलब कुछ ना कुछ liability भी हुई है unclaimed dividend. So you know, last year's dividend 144 I should pay, and this year's dividend is just a book entry. But unclaimed dividend is 18, means last year's dividend 144 minus 18 is unclaimed. So dividend paid in cash will be 126. Are you all getting? Share capital increase doesn't mean, ma'am, shares are issued, take inflow in financing. There could be some asset purchase. Capital reserve is increasing. Definitely there's a revaluation upward in fixed assets. General reserves are increasing. So profit mein debit karke you have transferred to general reserve. But is this an expense or it's just a book entry? Book entry. Right. 9% debentures have reduced. Current liabilities was 576, now it is 622. Increase in current liability means the cash is increasing. आपको time मिल रहा है ना पैसे देने के लिए. Provision for taxation, I'll tell you. During the year, some fixed assets and everything is in thousands. So don't write all zeros. ले लो ऐसे direct. Fixed assets of book value and accumulated depreciation is sold. So whenever an asset is sold, that much accumulated depreciation is also removed. Provision for depreciation is given. Some investments are sold. If decided that stocks are valued, previously the stocks were valued at 10% less. यहाँ पे these current assets are including stock, and stock is valued at 259, 200 इसमें, but it is valued at 10% less. So now if you increase the stock, the profit will also increase, no? Higher the closing stock, higher the GPI, so the profit will also increase. But this closing stock of March second year is correctly valued, no change. Only this stock will increase and this P&L will increase. Decide and write off fixed asset costing 60,000 and depreciation and all. Debentures are redeemed at 105. Okay? See, debentures have been reduced. 960 से 672 में. So debentures have been redeemed and they say they have been redeemed at 105. Acha, fixed asset sold is different than fixed asset, which is of 60,000 and 48,000 depreciation is discarded, just removed. So what is the WDV of this 60 and 48? 12,000 is absolutely loss. Am I giving you the correct interpretation? And prepare fixed assets and depreciation account for the working. Take a screenshot if you want. 1 minute. I'll remove this table. You can take all this down and we can do it right now. It's already solved here. It is in thousands. Everything you have to take it in thousands. 5 working notes we have prepared. We will complete this problem. I'll share with you the adjustments of some. एक problem करने से क्या होगा, mindset आ जाएगा, and then we will go to the direct method. Direct method will not take more than 15 minutes and it's very scoring. चलो, let us take up this problem in the notebook. बूस्टर नोट्स आप सबने लिखे हैं, शुरू करो. कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट. For whatever year ended they have said, we will prepare the cash flow statement with particulars and 2 amounts column. 1 full page. Are you all solving with me? Problem number 13. कैसे read करना है? You can start with liability side or you can start with asset side and take the adjustments in the working note 1. See, 1 full page you draw cash flow statement. Write down cash flow from operating activities. 8 से 10 लाइन छोड़ दो. Cash flow from investing activity. Next is cash flow from financing activity. Cash flow from operating activity is more than half a page for add less. Investing activity is fine. Financing activity. And in the end, change in cash and cash equivalent. Add opening cash and cash equivalent. You get the closing cash and cash equivalent. ठीक है? Supported by working note 1. Plant and machinery account बनाओ T format. Working note 2. Accumulated depreciation account. Nice. Shall we start? Share capital. There are no shares which are issued against plant and machinery and all. So increase in share capital will come in the financing activity. Read the problem and go on putting. And read the problem in such a way that you don't have to read it again and again. So increase in share capital. It's nothing but issue of the shares. 1920 minus 1440. How much you are getting? 480. और पैसे आ गए. And please on top write in thousands. Thousands. Yes? Right. I think one problem is enough for you to get a grip. If you need more, tell me. Capital reserve was not there. And now it is 48. So some fixed assets and all have been revalued also. Yeah. So fixed assets when they are revalued, opening to हम बाद में ले लेंगे. But can we write plant and machinery account debit to capital reserve 48? Plant and machinery debit to capital reserve 48. General reserve was 816 and now it is 960. 144. General reserve has increased. So you must have debited in the P&L account, transfer to general reserve. But any cash is going on? No, add back. But for adding back, we should know what is net profit as per the P&L account. But हमको तो मालूम नहीं है अभी तक. तो हम ना इसमें add करके लिख लेंगे. What am I writing? Transfer to reserve. Transfer to reserve is a book entry, 144. Next, P&L account. In P&L account, there is adjustment. So all of you come to working note 3. Year 1, P&L account is given to you is 288. But you have increased the stock, no? Yes. You have to increase the stock by 10% plus increase in stock. Stock की value बढ़ा दो 259 200 into 10%. Are you all with me? Fourth adjustment. Increase the value of the stock. So 25,920 and this is in thousands. So we will take it thousands सबको मालूम है. So we will take it as 25.92. It is in thousands, so we will take till 2 decimal points. 25.92. I want all of you to read the adjustment. थोड़ा tricky है, अलग है. एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं. Read करो. Profit भी increase होगा, stock भी increase होगा. मैंने शायद अलग लिया है figure. 1 minute. It was decided that stock of last year was valued at cost less 10%. And last year's stock is 259, 200 is 90%. Sorry. We'll have to work out 100%. No, please cancel this. ये जो लिखा है ये गलत है. 288 is 90% stock. 10% कम value किया है, undervalued. So 100% is how much? Like that. I took directly 10%. I hope you are getting. Last year's स्टॉक जो है ना, लास्ट ईयर का आपका जो स्टॉक कितना दिया हुआ है 259 200 is 90%. It's undervalued by 10. So 259 200 into 10 divided by 90 कितना आ रहा है 28,800. So what is the correct value of the stock? 2,88,000. So कितने से आपको ये प्रॉफिट बढ़ाना है 28,800. And 28,800 if you take in thousands it will be 28.8. Please change it. Last year's stock was valued at 10% less. 259 200. If you add, if this is 90%, 10% kitna hoga? If you are adding in stock, your profit will also. So what is your year one correct profit? 288 plus 28.8. So 316.8. And what is your year two ka profit? That is correct. 360. So what is the net profit you have to take? Change in the P&L. Opening balance sheet it is 4 rupees. Closing it is 6 rupees. So 2 rupees is the change. Right. 43.2. Now it is correct. Yes. 43.2 we will take here. Net profit as per P&L account 43.2. Reference working note 3. Working note 3. और स्टॉक की वैल्यू भी बढ़ेगी. दैट आई विल कम व्हेन आई कम टू करंट एसेट्स. आर यू ऑल विथ मी? एक बार आप प्रॉब्लम देख लो मैं कैसे पढ़ रही हूँ, वो भी आपको मालूम होना चाहिए ना. You should also know how I am reading the problem. Yeah, look at the screen. I've already finished with share capital, reserve, general reserve, P&L. Now I'm going to debentures. Debentures have reduced, and last line they have been reading that premium. So definitely that premium must have been debited to the P&L account. तो वहाँ पे add back कर दो. And debentures, when you repay at premium, it's an outflow in the financing activity. चलो लेते हैं इसको. Debentures redeemed. How many debentures are redeemed? 960 minus 672. 960 minus 672. That is coming to how much? 288. They are redeemed at premium. Debentures are redeemed at 5% premium of 288. So 14.4 extra is going out. Debentures bye 288 premium, but debentures are to reduced by 288. Premium definitely must have been debited to P&L account as outflow. You are taking it as outflow here. So what you will do there? Add back. 14.4 debenture redemption premium. Add back. Next, current liabilities were 576. ये तो working capital changes में आएगा. तो यहाँ थोड़ा जगह छोड़ के we will do no working capital changes भी कर लेते हैं. Cash flow before working capital changes so that we don't have to come. 576 minus 624. 48. If there is increase in current liability means it's an inflow. Increase in current liabilities is inflow. Add. Very correct. You're interpreting and answering very correctly. Okay. Next we come to proposed dividend. Last year's dividend, whenever dividend is paid, and now if proposed dividend and CDD is not there, dividend paid is outflow in financing activity 144, but 18 rupees is unclaimed. Look at the balance sheet, liability side. Is your left hand with the balance sheet? Unclaimed dividend was not there. Now it is there. So 126. Dividend paid last year is 126. What about 174 current year's dividend? It's just a book entry, add back. Proposed dividend is just a book entry, add back. Last year's dividend is paid. Provision for taxation. Income tax paid, कुछ दिया नहीं है तो actually तो आप skip कर सकते हैं account बनाना. I hope you all are getting. I've taught you opening provision, closing provision, to bank, whatever is paid. But this time, down in the adjustment, they have not given. See, it's not, ma'am, I know extra how to make T format account. 3 घंटे में पेपर खत्म करना है. So don't make unnecessary working notes. Provision for taxation. Last year's 432, you pay now. In operating activities, last, जहां investing activity शुरू हो रहा है ना, वहां पे last में deduct कर दो. IT paid. Income tax paid is outflow. Deduct कर दो. Last year. And this year you have made a provision which is a book entry. Add back. P&L account debit to provision for taxation as a book entry. Add back. Provision for taxation. Add back. Income tax paid. Liability. All liability side is over. Put your pens down. एक बार scroll करो. कुछ doubt है तो पूछो. I'm taking 20 minutes to solve with lot of explanation. Exam time should be 10 marks, 10 minutes. $10 to 12 minutes से ज्यादा नहीं लगना चाहिए. चलो. All right, come to our working notes. Opening balance of fixed assets or plant and machinery, whatever call I've written plant and machinery, it's fixed assets. 3840, है ना? चलो. What is the closing balance? Closing balance is 4560. Accumulated depreciation. What is the opening balance? Accumulated depreciation is always having balance on the liability side, 1104. Closing balance 1392. Just right. Now it's your wish. If you want, you can take the adjustment or you can complete writing and then do. We will take the adjustment number 1. During the year, fixed assets. See, one thing you all know or not, when accumulated depreciation is a separate account, whatever depreciation to accumulated, depreciation to accumulated, that means your fixed asset is at cost. Correct? Chalo. Now, fixed assets of 2,40,000, accumulated depreciation 84,000 is sold for 120. Now, when asset is sold, related accumulated depreciation is of no use. So, 2 fixed asset sold. How much? 84. Take your time. It's 84,000, but we are doing it in thousands. Accumulated depreciation 1104 has 84 depreciation for asset which is sold, so of no value, and bring it here. By accumulated depreciation. See, this opening balance is having original cost 240. Opening balance 3840 में बहुत सारे fixed assets are there. Out of that, one fixed assets का cost is 240. Now accumulated depreciation is 84 and it is sold bank account debit to fixed assets 120. Can you calculate profit and loss? कैसे calculate करोगे? Original cost 240. यही लिख दो. Minus 84 if you get WDV, minus 120. देखो, 240 is the original cost, minus 84 is the accumulated depreciation. So 156 minus 120. 36 is loss. And if you check, the cost of the asset goes out. That's why the booster notes which are given to you is original cost minus accumulated depreciation will give you today's WDV minus the sale value will give you loss. If it is profit, you would write in this. So bye-bye. 240 ka, see, this is the original cost. This is original cost. 240 का machinery चला गया सीधा बाहर. Clear to all of you? Ma'am, how do we post it? Don't jump, please. Wait, please, all of you. Chalo. Next, one more asset is there. Second adjustment number. Provide 420 depreciation. So depreciation account debit to accumulated depreciation 420. This time they have given amount. If they give rate also, you should be able to do it. And then next adjustment, second last. One more fixed asset 60,000, of which accumulated 48,000 is written off, discarded. 48. Two fixed asset, discarded. You throw it off. इसका कोई sale value भी नहीं है. So when asset is sold, related accumulated depreciation is of no use. Transfer it on the credit side. 48. By accumulated depreciation. Now, how much is the cost? 60. How much you have accumulated depreciation? 48. 12 is the loss. कुछ भी नहीं आया. You have sold the first asset for 120. Second asset is just discarded. So what's the use of carrying accumulated depreciation 1104? 84 asset is sold, निकाल दो. 48 asset is sold, निकाल दो. ठीक है? Right. There are many fill in the blanks here. I hope you are getting how I am doing. Fixed asset account is clear. Opening, closing, whatever asset is sold, 3 affect. Depreciation, transfer from accumulated depreciation to here. Sale value and then profit and loss. If it would have been profit, we would have written here. If loss here. Now check and total. Complete करो इसको. कितना आ रहा है balancing figure? Faster than me. How much you all are getting the balancing figure? 4860. How much you all are getting? Balancing figure on this side. Plant and machinery account debit to bank, balancing figure. Because opening, closing is given, sale is given. Check करो एक बार कितना आ रहा है. I was checking the adjustment. Did they give us anywhere that assets are revalued? No, then we should not take the capital reserve here. Remove this, please. Sometimes they gave that capital reserve is because of the revaluation of the fixed assets. When nothing is given, then we will not take it. We can assume and take क्योंकि generally capital reserve बढ़ता ही है because of revaluation. और एक काम करते हैं ना, ले लेते हैं. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll write a note. Anyhow, it is okay, and it's not that I'm doing this problem for the first time, but ये interpretation है. We'll write a note. चलो. Are you all getting? Balancing figure as 972, which is purchased. And balance this कितना आ रहा है? Accumulated depreciation. It is tallying. Sometimes this is balancing figure. You have opening accumulated depreciation. You have closing depreciation. Whatever assets are sold, related to that accumulated depreciation, you remove and take it up. See, if you don't take this accumulated depreciation from here to here, you can't say original cost and sale value. It's original cost minus the depreciation WDV and the sale value. And this is an assumption, but ये correct ही है क्योंकि revaluation reserve और capital reserve क्यों आएगा? Otherwise, why will you create? We'll give the reason, but if not, we can take 972. Now, how do we post it in the cash flow statement? On debit side, plant and machinery debit to capital reserve, book entry. But plant and machinery debit to bank. So can I take in financing activity, investing activity 972? Fixed assets, purchased, working note 1, outflow. 972 rupees ka plant and machinery is purchased, outflow. Okay. Bank say you have sold it. Sale of fixed asset 120, inflow ye raha. And in both the sale and discarded, there's a loss of 36 and 12. That I will write in the P&L account. Loss on sale of fixed asset. Kitna? Look at the screen and tell me. Loss on sale of fixed assets. 36. Loss on asset discarded, 12. Asset is discarded, 12. Did you understand? Fixed assets account. No entry for accumulated depreciation, opening, closing, transfer. Yeah, but 420 is current year's depreciation, P&L to accumulated. Add back. I'm adding here, there's no space down. 420 depreciation. Speed ज़्यादा है, कहीं कोई चीज clear नहीं है तो पूछो. Next we go to investments. Fixed assets is over. Check the ledgers. If you have any doubt, पूछो. Check the ledger. I'm here 2 minutes से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. मैंने सोचा उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम लग गया, बट ठीक है. Or I have answers of all the problems. Tomorrow, if you don't want to do one problem, we can just discuss all the problems. उससे भी हेल्प हो जाएगा कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये ऐसे एडजस्टमेंट है तो ऐसे करना है. ऑल चलो, clear? From plant and machinery, what all figures you will take in cash flow statement? Sale of asset, purchase of asset, and profit and loss. And from accumulated depreciation, only depreciation. Now I'm preparing working note 4. Investment account. Very quick with me. Investment account opening balance 480. After 3 or 4 lines, closing balance 384. Chalo, now, third adjustment. Some investments are sold at a profit of 48,000. Oh, and this profit is credited to capital reserve. So investment account debit to capital reserve. 48. We didn't read the problem properly. ठीक है, कभी एग्जाम में भी गलती हो जाए तो कैसे सुधारोगे? आ जाएगा. I'll do the correction. With me, you all can also do. Investments are sold at a profit. So profit we know, but what is the sale value of investment? That will be the balancing figure. करो, total करो. Yeah, we'll do the correction for capital reserve above. यहाँ भी कर देते हैं. 480 plus 48. 528 minus 384. 144. Sale value of investment is 144. बोलो, clear है आपको? Investments are sold and generally the profit is transferred to P&L account. But here it is transferred to capital reserve. ठीक है? So now investments are sold. at 144. So we will write in which activity? Investing activity. Sale of investment 144. आ गया सबको? वर्किंग नोट 4 से वर्किंग नोट 4. Sale of investments 144 is with profit. Profit they have transferred to capital reserve, so will not touch P&L. And fixed asset का account correct कर दो. Remove this 48. We don't want to write a note now. And 972 plus 48. So purchase of fixed asset, you make it at 1020. Please make change in the purchase of fixed asset as 1020 and also change it in your investing activity. 1020 outflow. Chalo, next. Adjustment. I'm in the balance sheet. ये देखो. Fixed asset we have finished, depreciation, investment, now cash. And then other assets. Cash opening is 210, closing is 312. Now here there is a smart work. ये आप पहले भी लिख के रख सकते हैं. Opening cash in the outer column 210. Closing cash is 3112. So change in the cash कितना आया है? 102. Are you all clear? Opening cash is 210, closing is 312. So change in the cash is 102 आना चाहिए. Reverse. Now current assets, there is a change. I am preparing working note 5. Opening current assets, including stock, is how much? 1134. But you have increased the stock. 10% से stock की value कम थी, आपने बढ़ा दी ना? All of you check the screen. And उसके साथ working note 3, stocks value was reduced by 28.8. You have increased the profits, so increase the stock also. Now what is the correct opening current assets? 1134 plus 28.8. 1134 plus 28.8, 1162.8. And closing current assets are how much? 1272. Increase in current assets, decrease in cash. Current assets बढ़ गए means more money is blocked in current asset. 109.2. Anyone in the class is having doubt? देखो, opening current assets are 1134 including stock, but stock is undervalued by 28.8. So add the stock, add the profit. So now we are getting 1162.8 and closing current assets is 1272. So now what is the increase in the current assets? 109.2. That is decrease in cash. Where will you take this? Working capital changes. Yeah. Increase in current assets, decrease in cash, minus करके लोगे आप. कितना आ रहा है? Check. Working note 5, 109.2. Generally, we don't do problems in points and decimal in accounts, but here it is in thousands. तो मुझे करना पड़ रहा है. ठीक है? चलो. Now last item, preliminary expense for 96. Now they are 48. So 48 you have written off, add back. इतना बड़ा कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट बना फिर भी कम हो गया. Add back preliminary expense 48. Preliminary expense have reduced and you have debited to P&L account is just a book entry. Add back 48. Come to adjustment number 1, fixed asset over, depreciation over, investment over, stock valuation over, Discarded over. Debentures redeemed at premium. Premium भी add back हो गया problem. Now let us add back net profit. 43.2 में सब add back कर दो. Plus 420 plus 144 plus 14.4 plus 174 plus 408 plus 36 plus 12 plus 48. What is the cash flow before working capital changes? 1299.6. I'm just writing on the right hand side because there's no space. Add 48 minus 109.2. So before the income tax, it is coming to 1238.4 minus 432. You are getting finally cash from operating activities as 806.4. Cash from business, you have earned 806.4 thousands. Now, what is the cash from investing activities? 120 plus 144 minus 1020. 756 positive. Now, financing activity 480 minus 288. Anyone in the class not getting the total? तो आप लोग आंसर क्यों बोल नहीं रहे हैं? 51.6 पॉजिटिव. अब देखो फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी से हाउ मच इनफ्लो हैज कम? 51.6 प्लस इन्वेस्टिंग 756 प्लस ऑपरेटिंग 806. अच्छा, दिस वन इज माइनस. 756 ये माइनस है ना, क्योंकि माइनस ज्यादा है. 806.4 minus 756 plus 51.6. 102. Magic. Even if you are not able to complete the cash flow statement from up to down, write and keep opening cash, closing cash, change in cash. Are you getting the change in cash? I thought we'll take 20 minutes, but lot of explanations, so 45 minutes. But अच्छा problem है. Format is clear. Cash flow statement. Yeah, I will take direct method. पहले ये check कर लो. Cash from operating activities, you have generated 806 rupees. Just, and that you have invested in purchase of fixed assets and all, and some money you have got from financing also. So you have excess closing cash. Plant and machinery ledger is clear. Accumulated depreciation. There was a mistake in the opening stock. तो stock को बढ़ाएं तो profit भी increase होगा. Is this logic clear? Investment is simple. Capital reserve is something new. Otherwise we could have taken the profit in P&L. तो फिर वो net operating activity में से minus होता. Why did you take the profit there? When you take sale consideration and investing activity, it is always including the profit. Okay, yes ma'am, you are saying so all clear, right? Current assets, current liabilities, they many times in the exam, it's not here only one current asset was there. There could be data, there could be bills receivable and prepaid expense and so on. So we should know how to change and take it. Okay? Right. So let me share the screen and the problems with you. So these are all operating income problems. Now let us go to direct method cash flow statement. It is super easy. Investing and financing are तो direct only. तो direct method में आपको कहाँ फर्क आएगा? सिर्फ operating activities. In indirect method, you start with the net profit. Direct method, you start with the collection from data. ये देखो. Direct method, the explanation was given in the beginning. We have solved one or two problems, both, I remember. The direct method also and indirect method also. Yeah, this is the direct method. Chalo. In indirect method, you start with the net profit and you do add and less. Indirect method start with cash sales and collection from debtors, cash purchases and payment to creditors, cash what is paid to employees and overheads and all. So you get cash from operating activities. Ma'am, itna sa, yeah, that's simple. Let us take up some problems. These are all very nice problems. Time permits, I wanted to give some. काफी तो कर दे. See, marketable securities are a part of cash and cash equivalent. Unclaimed dividend will be reduced from dividend paid. Okay, check this then. How we okay, let us check this out. These are, see, all the ledgers also. ये भी है देखो, provision, fixed asset, opening, closing, opening provision, closing, whatever fixed assets are sold, लेके आ जाओ. Then take the sale value and then you are getting the profit and loss. Again, 48 is an asset which is sold and then you are getting the profit and loss. So balancing figure also you will get. ठीक है? Right. Investments. Opening, closing, that we all know it. ठीक है? Sometimes, you know, for 8 or 10 marks, this is a very nice problem, 15 problem, dear students. Look at the screen. There are 2 balance sheets. Last 14 problem, 2 balance sheets were given. Here, no 2 balance sheets are there. So, what you will get? कोई 2 balance sheets तो है ही नहीं. Directly the interpretation they have given. Provision for income tax, add in net profit. Actual income tax, deduct last. Loss, add back. So directly you have to interpret and do. See, cash from operating investing, this is the answer. Ma'am, working notes? No working note needed. This is already half solved question. And now direct method. This is a trading and P&L account. Look at the screen. Sales, purchases, GP, interest and all. If it is direct method, take cash sales. Take collection from debtors. Cash purchases, payment to creditors, wages, salaries. You get 1,50,000 cash from operating activities. Aaya sabko? Now, same problem if it is indirect method. Direct method is take all income related to operating activity, take all expense. Indirect method is 75,000 is the net profit. Okay, 75,000. Add back 20,000 depreciation, 5,000 loss, non-cash in, minus interest received and profit because these are non-cash items. देखो वही किया है. Indirect method में क्या करेंगे? Add back depreciation and this. Deduct interest received and all because this is not a part. Interest received, you will take income in investing activities. Profit on sale, investing. So this is cash flow before working capital changes. And working capital changes, if you do, you are getting the same answer. Direct and indirect method, the answer will come same. This is cash book is given to you. हाँ, लेकिन cash book में payment सब मिला दिए. Now, can you segregate? This will go into operating. Dividend paid will go into financing. Repayment of bank loan in financing. So just by direct method, you have to prepare the cash flow statement like this. Look at the flow. Receipt from customer, payment to creditor, payment of wages, rent and all are there. Investing activities, no 1 or 2 activities are there. And financing, and you can complete the cash flow statement. Even this one is nice. Raj Limited 8 marks के लिए 2 बार ये question आ चुका है. If you check past exam papers, you will get. Sale is 48 lakhs all in cash. So collection from debtors, payment to creditors, COGS and all if they give, you can get no cash from operating activities. Right. So here 2.5 hours marathon class we have taken for completing cash flow statements format for the gist revision. Then we discussed booster notes. We have worked out some problem, and that is quality goods selected problem what I gave you. Fixed assets account separately banao, accumulated depreciation separately, investment separately. Others preliminary expense, it was opening 96, closing 48. I didn't prepare it, not needed. So yes, I'm waiting for response from all of you. किसी को कोई doubt है तो पूछो. Is everything clear? You want me to discuss any other problem? Because some of you have all taken the coaching with our video lectures or live जिन्होंने attend किया है. I'm also scrolling कि कोई और problem है, कोई और adjustment तो नहीं है ना. Dividend paid, it is very clear. Once again, now there is no proposed dividend. But if they give an adjustment, dividend paid is outflow in financing activity, add back in P&L. Premium on redemption of debentures, outflow in the financing activity, add back. Bank loan repay, outflow in financing activities. But if you have paid interest on bank loan repaid is 100, but 10 rupees is interest. तो इंटरेस्ट को भी फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी में माइनस कर रहे, आउटफ्लो बता रहे ना, तो ऐड बैक इन द ऑपरेटिंग. The more you read the problem and do this analytical skill, exam में the pen will flow and you will do it correctly well. Okay, right? So that's all for the revision of the cash flow statement. Gear up for the next revision class we are doing tomorrow, that is investments. If you have any doubt in the investments, check and keep so that you can say, ma'am, how to treat brokerage. From my side, so I will take problem for you. कोई मतलब कोई नई बात ही नहीं है. लास्ट 4 एग्जाम के पेपर एक साथ देख लो. प्रॉफिट प्रायर के साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट, इंश्योरेंस क्लेम के साथ रिपीटेडली सेम प्रॉब्लम्स आर आस्क्ड. So I think you can make accounts your very scoring subject, right? Any doubts are there? Below this video in the description, our Telegram and WhatsApp link are given. Mail ID is given. You can click the photo, send us any book, any material. If you have doubt in cash flow statement, doubt is doubt. कोई doubt छोटा नहीं है, बड़ा नहीं है. You click the photo and send. I will do it by voice message से. I will clear your doubt. ठीक है? Thank you so much all of you. Bye bye. Wish you very all the best. Gear up और बहुत मेहनत करो. Today is 15th of April. Correct है या नहीं? 15th of May, at this time you will be writing your accounts exam. So lots of blessings and wishes to you. ये एक month सब छोड़ के सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो. मजा आएगा जब रिजल्ट आएगा ना, तो वो सब sacrifices का मजा आएगा. और कुछ distractions कुछ है तो tell us, we will help you out best. समर वेकेशन ऑन सेट हो गया है. घर में बहुत सारे गेस्ट आ रहे हैं ना, दिन में सो जाओ कोई कॉर्नर में जाके, या ज्वाइन सम लाइब्रेरी, गार्डन चले जाओ, रोज 5 रुपए का टिकट लेके go to a nearby park. I go to university for morning walk. Literally so many students, they are preparing for those UPSC and all exam. Morning 7 o'clock they bring their chair, water bottle, bag और वो लोग लाइव क्लासेस अटेंड करते थे. I was just looking. मेरे स्टूडेंट्स भी ऐसे तो नहीं कर रहे ना, गार्डन में झाड़ के नीचे बैठे हैं, मोबाइल स्टैंड पे लगा के लाइव क्लासेस they were attending and doing. Now where are they sitting and preparing? Whole day they sit in that park and they study with the bricks, whatever they want. तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's not a big deal. मतलब खुद को ऐसे कुछ बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, पढ़ सकते हैं ना, कर सकते हैं. And when the results are coming amazingly well, these degrees. Recently in the campus interview, 30 lakhs is the package offered to qualified chartered accountant. Of course that result has to be like that, but ठीक है. कोई अगर मेरी बात सुन रहे होंगे तो डीमोटिवेट मत होना, मैम हम तो फेल होके पास हो रहे हैं. तो भी इनिशियल 1 or 2 years है, थोड़ा से कम पैकेजेस हैं जो फेल होके पास होते हैं. आफ्टर फ्यू इयर्स इट डजंट मैटर. सीए इज सीए, सीएमए इज सीएमए. मतलब आपकी जो भी डिग्री है, सीएस कर रहे हो, जो कर रहे हो, प्रोफेशनल डिग्री इज वेरी मच वैल्यूएबल. एंड आफ्टर इयर्स योर एटीट्यूड, योर नॉलेज, योर कॉन्फिडेंस, योर वे ऑफ वर्किंग matters a lot, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye all of you. All the best wishes to all of you.